Hello, remember to thyself be true and to thy finances. It's the first week of the month, and this is how my transactions went from the 1st to the 7th of September. So there was majority of planned expenses and just one unexpected expense. So on the 1st of September, just after tithing, this is what I did. I saved 200 for unplanned travel, 11,500 for emergency fund, 29 birthday 1,000 rand, vacation 100 rand, Christmas fund 350, Valentine 2025 1,000 rand, Namibia 3,000, my husband's birthday 200 rand, 52 weeks challenge 1,500 rand. Then when it comes to investments, Easy Equities, I invested on the retirement annuity 500 rand, tax-free savings account 500 rand, Frank, I invested 1,000 rand. And then MultiChoice DSTV, I paid for the subscription 139 rand, and tire alignment refund to my husband of 569 rand 98 cents debt that I had. And then I was charged a withdrawal fee for my cash stuffing of 6 rand, and then went to buy household items at Clicks for 561 rand 80, which I paid with cash. And then I also bought household items at Checkers for 74 rand 98 rand for cash. Then bought meat at Checkers for 812 rand 71 cent. And then groceries for cash costed me 1,727 rand 1 cent. And then Kike Designs, I bought the planners for 2025, the same financial planner for next year, and also my day-to-day planner that I use for 1,162 rand 63 cents. And because these planners, I buy them from Kenya, there was an international online purchase transaction charge of 3 rand. So these two were using my debit card. And then I went to work. On the 3rd and 4th of September. I paid Gautrain 368 rand. Bolt for those 2 days costed me 67 rand. Taxi for those 2 days, which I used cash, costed me 20 rand. And then I forgot to pack breakfast. I ended up having breakfast at the work canteen for 60 rand. And then I loaded 179 rand in the Gautrain. So my goal for this week, being the first week of the month, was to pay myself first by investing and saving before any transactions. The budget for the week, in terms of my spending, savings and investment, I budgeted 19,050 rand, household and subscription 1,139 rand, food 4,000, debt 569 rand 98 cents, and the planners, which is a personal expense, I budgeted 1,000 rand for those. Transport, I budgeted 916 rand. Bank charges, I budgeted 10 rand for this week. And this is how my actual spending went. So when it comes to savings and investments, I saved 200 rand, 11,500 rand, 1,000 rand, 100 rand, 350, 100 rand, 3,000 rand, 200 rand, 1,500 rand, 500 rand. This is now with regards to investments. 500 rand, and lastly I invested 100 rand. So my savings and investments, I saved and I invested exactly what I budgeted, which is 19,050 rand. And then household and subscription, the actual is the following. So 139 DSTV plus at Clicks I spent 561.80, plus at Checkers I spent 74 rand 98. So I underspent, which is a good thing in terms of household. I only spent 775 rand 78 cents. Food I budgeted 4,000, but I ended up spending 812 rand 71 cents plus 1,727 rand 1 cent, plus lastly the work canteen of 60 rand. So food all in all is 2,599 rand 72 cents that I actually spent this week. Debt is exactly 569 rand 98 that I spent on. And then the planner, I budgeted 1,000 rand, but I actually spent, this is due to currency conversions and stuff, I actually spent 11,062 rand 63 cents when it comes to the planner. And then second last is the transport of 368 plus 67 rand plus 20 rand plus 179. So I underspent in transport for the week an amount of 634 rand. And then last transaction, bank charges is 6 rand plus 3 rand. The bank charges for the week was 9 rand. So when it comes to the review, this is what went on. I'll start with total saved because it's exactly as budgeted, an amount of 19,050 rand. That's what I saved this week. Transaction charges this week is just 9 rand. I don't have a credit card, no mobile payment. Unexpected expense was 60 rand. And then no impulse purchases for the week. In cash this week, I spent an amount of 561.8 plus 74.98 plus 812.71 plus 1727.01 plus 20. So I spent an amount of 3,196 rand 50 in terms of cash this week. And then I'm just going to calculate the total expenses then that I spent this week. So I spent 775.78 plus 2599.72 plus 569.98 plus 1162.63 plus 634 plus 9. So I actually spent this week 5,743 rand 1 cent. And because I spent 3,196 rand 50 in cash, I actually spent 2,546 rand 51 in terms of my debit card. So what I overspent on this week is on planners, and then unexpected expenses that came up this week is buying breakfast at work, impulse purchases. There were none. And what I want to improve on next week: stay on budget for personal items. Let's just fill in the monthly review already this week so that we can fill it as we go, to avoid having to do this during the month end of September. So budget categories, I've got savings, investments, transport, food, household, personal, miscellaneous or bank charges, and lastly, debt. So we're filling in week 1 of September 2024. So in terms of savings, this week is 17,950. Investment this week is 1,100. Transport this week we spent 634. Food this week we spent 2,599 rand 72 cents. Household and subscriptions, we spent an amount of 7,750 rand 78 cents. Personal planner this week we spent an amount of 1,162 rand 63 cents. Bank charges is just 9 rand, and debt we paid 569 rand 98. So it's the 17,950 plus 1,100 plus 634 plus 2,599 rand 72 cents plus 775 rand 78 cents plus 1,162 rand 63 cents plus 9 rand plus a debt of 569.98. It's a total of 24,801 rand and 11 cents. To that, let's deduct all transactions to make sure that we covered everything in week 1 of the spending. The transactions that we need to deduct is 211,500, 1,000, 100, 350, 100, 3,000, 200, 1,500, 500, 500, 100, 139, 569.98, 6 rand, 561.8, 74.98, 812.71, 1,727 rand 1 cent, and then to that 1,162 rand 63 cents, 3 rand 368, 67, 20, 60, 179. Answer is 0. So meaning we've accounted for all transaction. Until next time, remember, to thyself be true and to thy finances be true.